This lesson is going to show you how to solve equations that are exponential, but they cannot be made into a common base. For example, this base is 8, and 8 can be broken down into 2's, but 100 will not become exclusively 2's. So this cannot be done with a change of base formula, so we have to use a different process, and these are the steps for this new process. Now the first step, A, is not really required. It's just kind of a helpful thing. I ask you to circle the part that has the exponent. In this case, it would be the 8x. And the reason for that is because we're going to isolate the circled part. In other words, anything not in the circle we need to get rid of by doing our basic algebra. Now fortunately on this one it's already done. 8x is the only thing on this side of the equal sign, so there is nothing else to worry about getting rid of, so I'm ready to go straight to the next step, which is step C, convert it into a log. So how do you make this go into a log? Well, the x and the 100 switch places. So log base 8, and then the x and the 100 switch places. Well, now that I have it as a log, where no variables in the word log, I can evaluate with a calculator like the other lesson from the other day, which was the change of base formula, where the log of a base of a number is equal to log of the number over log of the base. So log of 100 over log of 8. I put that in my calculator, I get 2.215. They did say 3 decimal places. I actually got some other things I rounded it off. Alright, let's try it again for this one right here. It's a little more complicated. Once again, I'm going to start off by circling the part with the exponent. And the part that has the exponent is, well, the 3. There is nothing not inside the exponent, so I do not have to worry about step B, isolating it. It's already done. I already have a base number 3 with an exponent, x minus 4 equals a number 85. So I'm going to go straight to step C, which is converted into a logarithm. For a logarithm, the exponent and the 85 switch places. So it's going to be log base 3, 85 and the x minus 4 switch places. Now that I have it like this, I'm going to evaluate it by using the change of base formula to evaluate a log. Now if you have a really good calculator, you can actually type this into your calculator just like it is. But if you don't, if you're using a normal calculator, then you'd have to do log of 85 over log of 3. Please make sure you close the parentheses on the 85 and the 3 before you press enter. If you don't close the parentheses on the 85, it will give you the wrong answer. So anyway, I put that in my calculator, I got 4.043 blah blah blah. But it equals x minus 4, not x. I'm still not done. Step E says, if needed, solve for the variable. Well, how do you get rid of x minus 4? With a plus 4. And when you add 4, you end up with this number, and I went ahead and rounded that off. 043, the 8 rounds you up to 044. Alright, let's try another one. Now this has the letter E as your base, but it doesn't make any difference in the math. We're still going to follow the steps. It is going to change something down here, but that's alright. So first thing I'm going to do is circle the part that has the exponent. Now who has the exponent? Does the 3 have an exponent? No, only the x. So only the x guy has the exponent. So he's the only thing in the circle, and this is why that circle really helps you out here, because I need to isolate the circle, which means who is not inside the circle? The 3 and the 2. Those are the two numbers I had to get rid of. So I'm going to start by getting rid of the plus 2 by doing a minus 2. And that's going to give me 85. And then it's still got to get rid of the 3. I get rid of that 3 times e with the divide by 3. And that gives me e to the x power equals 85 over 3. So now that I've gotten it as base to an exponent equals a number, I'm going to convert it, step C, convert it into a log. So there it is as a log, log base e, and the fraction 85 over 3 and the x switch places. So the 85 over 3 switch places with the x right here. But log base e, that's the natural log. So I can just go ahead and say the natural log of 85 over 3, which doesn't require a change of base because there's no sets of numbers. So I just press in ln on my calculator, 85 over 3, close parentheses, and press enter, and it gives me a decimal. And I round it off to 3 decimal places. And there we are. Alright, let's get a little more complicated one. So here's this ugly one here. Now, who has the exponent? Only the 4. This is 2 times 4, by the way. Only the 4 has an exponent, so only the 4 gets the circled part. Who's not inside the circle? The 2 and the minus 3. So I need to get rid of them, and according to the algebra steps, you get rid of the minus 3 first with the plus 3. And then I'm going to get rid of the times 2 with a divide by 2. And end up with this. So now I've isolated the circled part. I now have a base to an exponent equals a number. A base with an exponent equals a number. Step C, convert this into a log form. So log base 4, the base stays the same, and these two switch places. So the 15 and the 3x switch. I'm going to evaluate that by doing the change of base formula, log over log. So log of 15 over log of 4. Please make sure you close your parentheses. Put that in my calculator, I get a decimal. But it equals 3x, not x, so I still have to step E, if needed, solve for the variable. Divide that by 3, round that bad boy off to 3 decimal places, and I get 0.651. And that's it.